What's going on, guys? This is James Allen. I am recording this on Monday, November 3rd, 2025. And in today's episode, I have good news. That is, it works. The app works. The Cityscape game works. And let me backtrack a little bit and tell you how we got here. Last month, I don't know if you guys remember, I shipped the Cityscape application. I also published a video explaining the game as a complementary to the publishing of the app on iOS and Android. And because I'm a solo founder, when I shipped the app last month, I was a nervous wreck, because I was afraid of failure. I was afraid that I would ship the app and I would just get silence, right? Nobody would use it. And I would just be an epic failure. And that would be especially embarrassing for me, right? Because I've been publicly sharing the whole process of me building Cityscape, and you guys seen my contention with internet computer and all this stuff. So, if Cityscape would have flopped, it would have been like a public embarrassment, which, I've been through worse, but it wouldn't have been pleasant. But let me just tell you what I did. So when I shipped the app, my plan was to use TikTok to publish videos about the Cityscape missions, right? Because on TikTok, I could narrow the hashtag to purely location stuff, right? I could just focus on Minneapolis because at the end of the day, Cityscape only has missions in Minneapolis. We're just starting. So TikTok was really my main vehicle for building a local base. And when I published my first TikTok video advertising a Cityscape mission, I think the view count was 33. It got like 33 views. I'm not making this up. Like I was horrified. I was like, oh my god. So it was definitely a bumpy start, especially considering I've been viral on TikTok before. I've published videos that's gotten hundreds of thousands of views within like a few days. So when I saw that Cityscape mission video I published on TikTok get 33 views, it was like whoosh. It was like a slap in the face, man. And I have to share this moment with you because I feel like in a current tech space, founders don't share their fears, their struggles, the pressure that they're under. They make everything look great, right? They make it seem like they have everything under control, which I didn't. But nevertheless, I knew that okay, I got 33 views this first video. Let me try again, right? Because it's one thing to build the app, right? An engineer could build the product. But you still need to translate it culturally to the general public, right? Especially if it's a tech product that people haven't seen before. Cultural translation is something that must be done, and that's what the hustler's for. Typically, these are two different people, right? The builder and the hustler. The builder builds the product. The hustler translates it to the everyday man and woman. But sometimes you have both packaged in one. Sometimes you have both packaged in one, which is my situation. I grew up in the streets. A lot of you that know me personally know this is true. So I've been a hustler from day one. I became a builder later. So now my hustling skills got put to the test. After all, I'm from New York, right? I used to live in San Francisco for a long time, but my roots is New York, and New York is all about being a hustler. So I knew, okay, you build a product, now learn how to sell it, right? Learn how to sell it. So I kept persisting. I kept trying. And sure enough, I think my next try, I got 50 views and then 100 views. So I was like, okay, it's looking better, right? And then I think at some point, a video broke 1,000, and I was like, yes, But still, it wasn't nothing. And I don't think it was until 2 weeks ago. I think it was about 2 weeks ago. I think the day was October 19th or something, So about 18 days after I published the app, I was at Whole Foods buying a bunch of coffee. I was stocking up on coffee because there's a specific coffee bean I like, the Guatemala. And I bought $70 worth of coffee, right? And as I as I'm about to pay, because like, I usually use Apple Pay on my iPhone. As I whip out my iPhone to pay for the coffee, I notice a push notification that lets me know someone just completed the mission, right? They just claim, because like when you complete a mission, it's a scavenger hunt. So the app ranks you, whether you're number one, number two. And that person was number one, of course, because they were the first to complete that mission. It was a mission about a grain elevator. I did a YouTube on it, in fact. But someone had saw that TikTok. I don't know if they saw it on YouTube. I doubt it. And they, sure enough, downloaded the app, created a street pass, accepted the mission, and completed the mission. So when I got the notification, because when you're the one who posts the mission out there, whenever someone completes your mission, the app sends you a push notification. So I got a push notification letting me know this guy, I believe was named Ray Ray, completed the mission. And I'll leave it somewhere for you to see. And I'm in the middle of Whole Foods and I'm like, oh my God, it works, right? I start freaking out. It works. And there's this old Chinese lady next to me and she's like, yeah, it's nice when it works, isn't it? Like, it was just priceless stuff, man. It was like movie stuff. This old Chinese lady is like, yeah, it's nice when it works, isn't it? Right? I felt like kissing her, like literally. That's how happy I was. Of course, I called my mother and my family and told them that, like, hey, I got a pulse. There's life here. It's working, And sure enough, I got another one, and another one, and another one, and then I'm like, okay, something real is forming here. Something real is forming here. So I want to share some numbers with you because, like, I'm not Dominique Williams, right? Like, he refused to show the Caffeine AI numbers. I will show you my Cityscape numbers, right? So, so far, 16 people created a street pass. 16 people created a street pass. That means 16 people have real street ID cards, which at some point will be on a blockchain. I believe 56 people started a mission. I think that's the number, and I'm going to post it somewhere. I'm just going off the top of my head. So I use Google Analytics and Firebase event observers to track these numbers. So 56 people started a mission. I believe out of those 56 people, 22 of them actually completed it. 24 of them canceled the mission for whatever reason, who knows. And then 10 of them actually claimed the artifact, which is like the ultimate objective of Cityscape, is for them to claim the artifact. And this artifact is an NFT, by the way. That NFT is like a digital relic that's connected to the real history of the city, right? Remember, I did a video that NFTs must be rooted in culture. So these digital artifacts that people are collecting when they finish a mission, they're actually real digital recreation of actual artifacts I found in the city. I recreate them digitally and I make them into an NFT, which they could then claim. And later, it's not available now, but later, the app will allow the people who have the same artifact to be connected to one another, right? They can message each other using street cred. So the players are literally building their own social network by completing missions, right? Because each time you claim an artifact, it gives you access to all other people who also claim that same artifact. They're now part of your social network. So unlike other social networks where it's a very passive thing, Cityscape is you build your social network by completing missions, getting street cred, and claiming these digital artifacts. The first 10 people get the artifact for free. But if you're not the first 10, part of the first 10 to finish that mission, you have to pay some money to, claim that artifact. And they could vary anywhere from $5 to $25, and that's one of the ways the app make money. And there's a lot of reason why people would want to claim these NFTs. Clearly, the first one is a cultural, historical reason. The second one is like they want proof that they did a particular mission. But later, like I said, the most important part is you want to be part of the social network of people who claim that same artifact as you. Nevertheless, just want to show that this works. I'm still learning how to do my job though, because like I'm looking at my TikToks. I got one that's approaching like 5,000 views, another one that's approaching 3,000. I still haven't learned how to like communicate it 100% to the city yet. I'm still learning my job. Like I said, once you build a product, you have to learn how to sell it, right? I'm still learning how to sell it, but something real is forming here. And these 10 initial claims, right? These 10 initial artifact claims, they're like the spark, right? They're like the spark, they're like the little electric spark that shows that something is working. Now I want to see if I can make some thunderclaps, Let's see if I can make some thunderclaps. In any case, my misfits, that's all I have for you in this episode. You know what to do. Don't forget to press that like button and support me on Patreon. I will see you next time.